This isn't a cooking show, but lately we've been thinking, what are the ingredients of an economic meltdown? Is it something like 1 cup of reckless tariffs, half a cup of billionaire first budget bill, 1 tablespoon of mass layoffs, a dash of chaos, stir until mixed? Stick it in the oven for a few months until everything is fully in flames? Whatever the exact amounts, it's clear that Trump is only cooking up one thing: economic pain. Thanks to his administration's policies, inflation is up and consumer sentiment is down. Job growth has stalled to a crawl, and businesses are ramping up layoffs. It's brutal out there, and amid the dumpster fire that is Trump's economy, Democrats are showing up in force to end the chaos and put our country back on track. I'm Hannah Moldavan, Deputy Communications Director for the Democrats, and your host for today. It's Tuesday, September 16th, and this is the Democrats' Daily Blueprint. Look around and you'll see signs of how Trump has mismanaged the economy. Granted, this is the same guy who went bankrupt 6 times, but he's doing it again. Ever since Trump took office, he's been stepping on rake after rake. First, if you remember, it was his Liberation Day tariffs that started a chaotic and confusing trade war. We'll say it till the cows come home. Trump's tariffs are just extra taxes on consumers, and they're clearly not benefiting the economy like he promised. As businesses pay more to import goods because of Trump, they're passing along those costs to the consumer. And Trump's trade war is hurting everyone, from customers at the grocery store to soybean farmers who are left without trading partners.
This tariff is just another thing that we have to worry about.
Todd Western III is a soybean farmer in Waterloo, Iowa. He says trade tensions between the U.S. and China are fueling uncertainty for his business. China, the world's largest buyer of soybeans, hasn't pre-purchased any soybeans for the upcoming U.S. harvest.
The revenue on our farm is just like any other farm. It's volatile.
Western and other farmers like him are also concerned tariffs will drive up costs. Current rates will mean higher prices for items ranging from fertilizers to farm equipment to tractors.
Again, none of this needed to happen. We deserve trade policies that help American workers, keep businesses competitive, and strengthen ties with our allies around the world. Instead, all we've gotten are concepts of a plan that mean you are paying more every time you check out. But if the trade war is the main ingredient, then the budget bill passed earlier this year is the terrible side dish. Thanks to the Republican-passed One Big Beautiful Bill, everything is more expensive, and it's only going to get more expensive. Despite the cheap talking points and desperate attempts to spin it, this legislation is not a working families tax cut. Under this bill, working families will have less money in their pockets each year. At the same time, it's a massive tax giveaway to billionaires, with the top 1% of earners getting an extra $30,000 each year. Everyone else is left to deal with rural hospitals and nursing homes shutting down. Job cuts, an estimated 1.75 million jobs lost in the construction industry alone. And of course, cuts to healthcare that will cause 17 million Americans to lose coverage. This is not a working families tax cut. This is a working families sucker punch. It's going to make life even harder by cutting the support systems that people turn to when they need help. And if you live in a Republican congressional district, then your representative probably voted for it. And while it would be easier if the labor market were booming and real wages were rising, the opposite is true. Job growth has all but stopped. Layoffs in August were at the highest level for any August since the pandemic, and before that, the Great Recession. Unemployment is nearly at a 4-year high, and according to the New York Fed, Americans expect even higher unemployment and risks of losing their jobs. And as for factory jobs, the latest revised report shows that President Biden created over 500,000 manufacturing jobs. Compare that to the 33,000 that Trump has lost on his watch. Everywhere you turn, bleak. But the economy isn't just numbers on the page. It's a feeling. It's checking your bank account on your phone and wondering where the heck it's all going. Spoiler alert, the richest Americans aren't wondering that. They're doing better than ever. And that's why Democrats are running to bring down the cost of living and rebalance our tax code for the working class. It's hard to believe, but we're now less than 2 months away from an election day, and there are critical races across the country that we're supporting. Mail-in voting in New Jersey begins this Saturday, and the DNC just announced an additional investment of $1.5 million to help Mikey Sherrill's gubernatorial campaign in New Jersey. The new investment is on top of the $1.5 million investment already made by the DNC earlier this year, making this the most the DNC has ever spent in New Jersey in an off-year election cycle. Up and down the ballot, Democrats are running on affordability. And here at the Daily Blueprint, we're highlighting Democratic candidates who are fighting for working families and who need your support to win. For today's segment of 60 Candidates in 60 Days, we're spotlighting Justin Bibb, the incumbent mayor of Cleveland, who actually joined us here on the Daily Blueprint just a few weeks ago. Mayor Bibb is running for re-election on a platform of making Cleveland safer and more prosperous for every resident who calls it home. Through his Southeast Side Promise initiative, he's focusing attention on neighborhoods that have historically been ignored by investing in home repairs, small business assistance, and new construction. To make calls, knock doors, and volunteer with the Bibb campaign, go to bib4cle.com. You can find the link in our video description below. Thanks for joining us today for this episode of the Daily Blueprint. We'll be right here with you every weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern on the DNC's YouTube page. Until tomorrow.